Hi guys, and welcome to another Thoughtscapes. Now I just want to ask you one question. How are you guys doing today? You know what, I normally just go straight into my videos without asking you guys how you're doing, so I just wanted to know, how's everyone feeling? Are you having a good day? As for me, I'm having a brilliant day. The sun is shining outside. It's also my birthday, and I have been listening to a couple of podcasts recently that have really enriched my life in various different ways. They've made me laugh, they've educated me, they've given me advice, and so I thought I'd share this with you since I've got the motivation and the energy today. So here we go. Here are my favourite podcasts of the month. Stuff you should know. They're about an hour to an hour and a half long podcasts, and they talk about what we should know as adults. I think sometimes we go through life, go through the education system, but come out the other side not knowing things that we vitally need to know as fully functioning citizens of the world, like taxes, maybe how inheritance tax works, what's up with the gender pay gap. But there are really random topics too, like who gets to name continents and how do porta potties work. So if you're down for learning some essential life skills, but also you want some random facts that you can spit out at a party to get to know people well, give this podcast a go. Now imagine your 60-year-old dad wrote a pornographic novel. Yeah, you're hearing this right. The next one is called My Dad Wrote a Porno. It's a guy and two of his best friends reading through a porno book that his dad has written. Can you imagine how your 60-year-old dad would interpret the world and how they would even go about writing a porno? Well, it is bloody hilarious. They go and they read each chapter by chapter, and it's just full of banter. In between them reading, they are just tearing his dad apart because everything in that book is so exaggerated and so hilarious and so like cringeworthy. It is so funny, and whenever I listen to it, especially out in public, sometimes on public transport, I catch myself laughing out loud and people look at me like, who is this crazy woman on the train laughing to herself? Well, it is that hilarious that you cannot help yourself as much as you try to. It's light-hearted, there is a lot of banter, and his dad has written more than one book, so it will keep you entertained for absolutely hours. I eat documentaries. I am an absolute geek. I love documentaries, but when I can't watch a documentary, I listen to one instead, and there is a great series by the BBC called simply The Documentary. It is a collection of documentaries on very random but fascinating obscure facts that are presented by experts, so you know what they're talking about is legit. And I've listened to documentaries ranging from the nuances of different religions to oddities in the scientific world, so that one for any geeks out there is perfect for you. Two Dope Queens. Now this one might not be to everyone's taste, but I find it absolutely hilarious. It is hosted by two young black female comedians who live in Harlem. They are cocky but insecure, bougie but trashy, and I absolutely love it. And what I like about the show is they also invite two other comedians to do sets, and it just entertains you and makes you laugh for a whole hour. This podcast is brilliant, and actually it ranked as #1 on iTunes. And for me, I can completely relate to these girls because they are two urban millennials, and I think that is how I would identify myself. So there you have it, guys. Just a quick short video on my favorite podcast of the month. I might do another one next month depending on how receptive you are to this video and if you enjoyed it. I always change up my podcast because I don't like to listen to the same thing, but I'll rotate them after a while. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any other suggestions. I love podcasts. I think they're an efficient way of killing time, two birds with one stone. While you're doing the dishes, listen to a podcast. While you're traveling on public transport, listen to a podcast. And I am down for any type of subject. Share this, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. When we go and